What's good, family? What's going on, fam? Welcome back to Ends the Family Time Podcast, the Detroit-based podcast where we talk affordable watches, luxury watches, flipping watches, building brands, building our community, and how to turn your passion into profit. I'm your host, Jovan Shabazz, and today we going to get real. We going to talk about it. We going to be talking about, can you really start a watch brand with less than $500 using platforms like eBay, Amazon, Temu for parts and equipment? Is it smart? Is it risky? Is it a trap? Man, today I'm breaking down the good, the bad, and the stuff nobody tells you. Let's get into it. Now, first, I want to start this off positive. Yes, it is absolutely possible to start a watch brand with under $500 in 2026. Why? Because access has changed everything. And for y'all that didn't hear me, access has changed everything. You can go on eBay and buy NH35 automatic movements, which you see in Seikos all the time. Watch cases, dials, hands, sapphire crystals. You can go on Amazon and buy watchmaker tool kits. I got a few. Case back openers, hand press tools, link removal kits, spring bar tools. Man, now let's go on. And as you know, you can go on Temu and buy budget straps, watch winders, micro screwdrivers, loop magnifiers. That's the little odd thing that you wear on your eyes you always see all the watchmakers wear. Basic packaging. Back in the day, you needed thousands of dollars to do this. Now, only thing you need is Wi-Fi and some type of hustle and motivation. And be willing to take a risk on yourself, which is easier said than done. You feel me? In today's time. But that's just you taking a risk on yourself. That don't require no money, man. And now it's like there's a low barrier of entry. Let me get my words right for y'all, because I want y'all to really hear and soak up what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm going to go over like a $500 breakdown for y'all. Breakdown example. You feel me? You can spend $150 parts for 3 watches, right? 3 to 5 watches. I ain't going to say 3 watches. 3 to 5 watches, right? $100 on basic toolkit. I'm talking about for everything. I'm talking about you can get you one of these. This is for when you want to press after you get done opening up the case and all that stuff. Press it, clamp it back. You feel me? Like basic tools kit for like your watchmaking journey. $100 on extra movements and spare parts. $50 on packaging. And $100 on marketing. That means domain, logo, website. You feel me? The shit that's going to really make you stand apart from the next person. You can literally build 3 to 5 prototype watches. That's powerful. And you can do a little bit more than that too if you know how to do your due diligence, do your research, take your time with it. Ain't no rush. That's how you're going to really save your money, for real, for real. You learn fast. When you source your own parts, you understand the quality of movements. You understand the difference in movements. You understand case finishing. Like, you feel me? Putting it together, putting the movement on the inside, make sure it's clean. You understand dial printing. You understand the difference in the material that's on the dial. Mother of pearl, just regular paint, matte finish, satin finish. You learn what feels cheap. You can feel a wristband and tell the difference. Hold on, I got an example for y'all. This watch outweighs this watch. You see the difference in thickness? You see the difference in material? This is solid. This is folded over metal. You learn the difference. Like, for real, for real. You learn what feels premium. That knowledge is priceless. A lot of people try to start a brand without touching a single watch. If you assembling them yourself, you gain real perspective for the craft. And you know exactly where you go wrong or went wrong. And you understand the cost of production. You feel me? And especially when you all money in, you feel me? No money out. You got to understand that. Man, but one thing that you don't realize you got is creative freedom. Now let's talk about creative freedom. You're not locked into no big manufacturer. You're not subjected to what somebody else can do. You're subjected to what you can do and what you're willing to learn how to do. You can test different case sizes. You can try custom logo dials. You can experiment with different colorways to see what's going to hit, what's not going to hit. Do limited Detroit themed drops. You know, like your boy, we got something coming up special this year too for that. But you can move fast. No factory minimum order of 300 pieces that you don't even know if it's going to come out to your actual desire and satisfaction. You feel me? The flexibility is the major advantage. That's what you gotta know, and that's what you gotta understand. You feel me? And that's all good for you, especially when you're starting out and you balling on a budget. Now let's talk about the bad, because there is some bad. And this is where it gets real. Now let's talk about what people don't talk about or what people don't want to say. Quality control is a gamble. Because like I say, like you learning as you go. When you sourcing from Temu especially, you might get slightly misaligned hands, weak looms, scratch cases, inconsistent finishing, cheap filling bracelets. Sometimes the picture looks amazing. Then it arrives and it screams $19.99, $20, 2 for $20. That inconsistency can hurt your brand fast because you got to learn how to be agile with it. And you also been waiting on this. You feel me? Like you got to wait on it to get shipped to you. Then once it gets shipped to you, you got to evaluate it. Then now you got to send it back, then wait and to get the next load in. You know, that takes time, takes money. And also, it kind of leaves a little discouraging taste in your mouth. You feel me? For real, because you don't want it. Because sometimes we get to thinking like, what if all of it's like this? Not true. It's a whole marketplace out there. It's multiple marketplaces out there. But everyone else has access to these same parts. You feel me? And here's the hard truth. If you can buy it on Amazon, so can your customer. If you can buy it on eBay, so can your competitor. So what makes you different? Branding? Yes. Story? Yes. Execution? Most definitely. Quality control? Now that's a must. Without those, you just assembling parts and putting together watches for fun. You feel me? The hidden cost always adds up. Take a note. You think it's $500, right? Then you realize, like I said, you ordered the wrong size hands. The dial feet don't line up, which I've been through a couple times. Not even a couple. I go through it. The movement stem doesn't fit. Didn't take the right measurements. You cracked the crystal installing it. Oh, man. I think I posted a video a while back doing that. Man, shipping delays slow you down. And it also mess with the customer satisfaction. Because they was expecting it in 2 to 4 days. Now it's coming in 2 to 4 weeks. Now you're reinvesting more money just to fix these mistakes, but to also mend the relationship that you're trying to build with the customer. But that's normal. It's a part of business. But if you don't expect it, it'll frustrate you. Brand perception. That's next on the list. That should be at the top. Not top, but it's up there. This is the one that is important. If your watch feel like a drop ship special, customers will treat it like such. There is a difference. Microbrand with passion and a random Alibaba Express flip watch with a logo slapped on it. People people can feel the difference. And people ain't dumb, especially a watch enthusiast, because they going to evaluate the product. Just like you would when you go buy some shoes or something from Foot Locker or DTLR or wherever you go to go get your kicks. You can tell the difference between some real shoes and some fake shoes or some replicas, or you know what you're looking for. And you're going to look for what you're looking for. And if you get something that ain't of standard, it's going to leave a discomfort in your mouth. Bad taste. And that's what we don't want, because you want them to keep coming back. And you don't want to ruin your brand as you starting the brand. You feel me? So there's a smart way to do this, right? So let's dive into that. If you're going to start with under $500, here's the smart move. Matter of fact, I'm going to just say, bum the smart. Here's the strategic move. Focus on the prototypes first, not launching. Don't rush to sell. Build, test, wear your own watch so you can get feedback, honest feedback. Shoot, even send out a couple testers to people, samples. Some of y'all that's, you feel me, that's from around the way, y'all understand the lingo. Give out some testers. And you might have to do it for little to no money. Why? Because you need honest feedback. And you need real testing in real life environments. You can't build a Submariner watch that's quote unquote waterproof at 100 or 300 feet and you ain't never submerged it in water before. You can't say that, oh, this is scratch proof, but you ain't never did nothing besides look at it. Like, give it to a trusted watch person. You feel me? Like, that's going to really tell you what's wrong with it. And they're going to tell you if it's tasteful. Like, if you got good taste, if it's a good design, they're going to tell you, oh, this kind of plain, but, you know, it'll do. They're going to let you know. They're going to give you honest feedback. Ask for honest criticism. A lot of y'all don't be wanting to hear that y'all products suck. None of y'all don't be wanting to hear that this is a bad design. Or this feel cheap. Or I don't think this is worth the price. But this will improve you before your actual sale. And this will let you know what the market is like. Now, granted, everybody don't got the best opinions. That's why I say go to somebody that you can trust in, or go to a random person that can give you that God honest opinion. Not somebody that like just gonna go based off of how they know you. Nah. You need honest feedback. But you gotta be open to honest criticism. And you gotta be willing to apply and also, you know, neglect, you feel me, like certain information. Cause like I say, like some people gonna give you some type of feedback which ain't critical to the brand. Be like, oh, this dope. But you feel me? Like, it'd be different if you can just put it in red. Like, oh yeah, that was the plan anyway. But thank you for telling me that. But I know that it's dope. All right, bet. I got a dope concept. Now I can start coming out with different colorways. But you need that honest criticism. You feel me? Because it helps improve you before your sale. Like, that's what you got to know. Invest in your brand early. I'm real big on that. Branding early. Even if it's, you feel me? Even if it's a watch is budgeted, you feel me? The presentation shouldn't be. Like, presentation is everything. Clean logos. Make sure that you got a logo that you can really stand behind. That you ain't got to second guess. You ain't got to redesign every 5 weeks. Like, because a month then went past and you like, this logo ain't hitting. Or you didn't heard enough feedback from people and you like, damn, I was believing this logo. Nah, I don't. Like, build you a logo that you can stand behind. Take professional photos. You feel me? Like, go ahead. Like, we was just talking about eBay, Amazon, Temu. Like, they got them LED little circle lights now so you can get a clear cut. Some of y'all got these iPhones, these brand new ass iPhones, these Samsungs. Take some professional photos. You ain't got to go hire no photographer, but golly, Like, spend some time perfecting your angles. Make the most out of what you got. So make sure that the photos is up to par. They shouldn't be blurry. They shouldn't see all the other stuff in the background. Like, keep it professional, because that's what you're trying to present yourself as. Professional, reputable, trustworthy. Your picture should also speak that for you. They say a picture speaks 1,000 words. They're not lying, because for a lot of these online transactions, that's all they going off of, video and picture. So take the time to really get that professional look going and professional photos going. And that don't mean you got to go pay for a photographer. If you have an iPhone 15, 14, 17, you got a Samsung 835 and up and all that other type of stuff that got the 3 cameras, 4 cameras on the back, you can take some professional photos right with the device that's in your pocket. You already spent like $1,000 on the phone anyway. You might as well use it for what it was designed for. Take some professional photos, even if that means you got to practice. Trust me, this is not no fly-by-night process, so you should be willing to do the work anyway. And also, we balling on a budget, so you should be willing to try to make the most out of what you got anyway. You feel me? Focus on packaging. Good packaging. I don't give a damn what nobody say. It's good to recycle old packages and, boxes and stuff like that. But when it come down to it, a lot of people, I've seen this on eBay, a lot of people is going to evaluate you by how the product comes. You don't want to risk the product getting destroyed on the way to the customer. By the time they get it, it's already been scratched up. The crystal then probably broke. It been dinged up. You feel me? Now they got to send the watch back. That's costing you money. Then also, too, when you send it to them, you ain't trying to have them looking at this like, oh, this look like this just came up from somebody. Like, he just threw this together. It ain't bubble wrapped. It ain't nothing. The product ain't really secure. It's just in a big bag, just floating around, or it's in a big empty box. Like, you want your brand to speak for you. Like, so packaging, good packaging. That's what you really want. And you got to go into real storytelling. Like, you're not just selling a watch. You're not just selling jewelry. You're not just selling whatever it is that you plan on selling. You're selling an identity. You feel me? And that's what you got to really understand. Like, your brand is everything. And, next and most importantly, like, you got to be transparent. There's nothing wrong with saying this uses a Seiko NH35 automatic movement. Why? Because Seiko is a reputable brand. They build some of the best movements. They got some of the best movement technology. Watch collectors respect honesty. They ain't going for all that, like, oh, well, this is a one-of-a-kind in-house movement. And then they going to end up opening it up and they going to see, oh, I got this same movement in my Seiko. Like, no, be truthful. Be honest. They going to respect it. You just got to keep it real. Trying to pretend it's in-house switch engineered ain't going to get it done. That'll kill your credibility. And that's going to put you in the shelf with all other watch brands that do that. Next, it's also important. This next key point is also important. Upgrade as you go. Start with entry-level cases. Don't go out there trying to buy the most top-of-the-line, high-end right off the bat. Start with entry-level cases. Start with budget straps. Then reinvest profit into better bracelet. I'm talking about, that real deal. Rose gold, gold tone, all that type of stuff. But once you starting out, like, because you're going through a trial and error process and you have to be able to test out the product itself, you want to start budget friendly. You feel me? So then once you reinvest the profits, you can buy better bracelets. You can buy custom case but custom case molds. You can buy higher grade looms. You can custom movement rotors. You can buy the tools to customize it and engrave it yourself. But if you're going to buy engraving tools, you best believe you're going to have to practice on engraving first. You don't want to do that on your high-end stuff. You just Got to level up gradually and be patient with the process. Trust the process, believe in the process, and then go on it. It's your journey. So the final verdict is starting a watch brand with less than $500 smart? Yes, especially if that is your goal. Because you're going to be learning, experimenting, building skills, testing ideas. No, if it is your goal to be an overnight celebrity brand or overnight luxury brand, then no, $500 ain't going to do it. Because you're going to need immediate profit. You're going to be competing with established micro brands. You're going to be skipping the grind. And you got to remember, this is like an apprenticeship mode. You're going to be learning throughout this whole process, not billionaire mode. Billionaires got money to just throw at the wall and see if it works. You want an apprenticeship. That means time is valuable, money is valuable, and patience is key. Patience is going to be your biggest key with all this. So real talk, Detroit is a city built on making things. And Detroit is a city built on hustle. You will see people out there posted up at the gas station selling rugs, TV. I was about to say TV dinners, all type of stuff. Valentine's Day, bundles, all type of stuff, man. It's a city of hustle. It's a city of building. If you're serious about watches and building them, teach you to respect the craft. Because it's going to take time, it's going to take skill, it's going to take craftsmanship, and it's going to take some type of knowledge. But don't confuse assembly with brand building. Just because you're building something, like assembling something, don't mean that you're actually building a brand. The watch is only 50% of the journey. The story is the other 50%. You feel me? So I ain't going to preach to y'all all day. But hopefully I shared with y'all some gems that y'all can take down, and this episode gave you some type of value. And if it did, go ahead and make sure you go subscribe to the podcast. And if you see me out there or you see my ads or something, man, go leave me a 5-star review. And share this with someone that's trying to start a brand. It don't even got to be a watch brand. If they're trying to start an affordable brand, a luxury brand, anything like that, man, send it to them, because sometimes people need that extra oomph and they need to hear it from somebody else about the process, to believe in the process. Each one teach one, and we all looking to inspire each other. So go ahead, and if you were looking for your own affordable luxury watch, go ahead and check out ShabazZCollection.com. You feel me? Because we're building a culture, and we're building brands, and we're building an environment the right way. The environment is the community, baby. Come be a part of it. It's your boy Baz. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, but I'm about to go tune out. I think I got to go make prayer real fast. Ramadan Mubarak to all those who out there.